Arsenal versus Manchester City at Wembley in the League Cup Final. How do you feel about the game? How are you feeling about it? That's the purpose of this video. Tell me exactly how you're feeling about this cup final. Time for me to shut up and time for me to let you hear from some Arsenal fans.
League Cup, Carabao Cup, whatever you want to call it, the final is on Sunday and I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling good about it. Don't ask me why, but I am. They haven't got Guardiola available. Gay is ineligible. We've got a very strong back line. We've got the likes of Rice, Zubimendi, Eze, who can shoot from outside the box. Yes, our attackers are, I'm not even including Jokeres in that because at least he's getting goals. But it looks good for us. It really does. And we're at Wembley too. The sun is shining. It's giving 2-1 Arsenal. That's what it's giving. And in all honesty, this trophy is going to give us momentum to finish the rest of the season how we mean to go on. But honestly, I do think that we will win 2-1. I don't know who's going to score, but somebody score. You know what I mean? And the debate that I'm hearing right now is Raya going to start or Kepa? Listen, yeah, if you want to hit the ground running, you start with your best. Raya is starting. Kepa, thank you so much for getting us here. But FA Cup against Southampton, you will be there. But Raya, we need you to start this game. And in all, like, if I'm being truly honest, the lineup that we had for Leverkusen at home is the lineup that I would probably start this cup.
Listen, let me say this blatantly. If Arsenal beat Man City in the Carling Cup Final, yeah, and I think every Arsenal fan feels the same way, and if we manage to get over the line in the Premier League in the same season, I feel like this next 4 or 5 years could be a period of dominance for our team. Like, I'm being deadly serious. I think everyone knows it. I feel like everyone is kind of worried about it as well. Because, football goes in stages anyway, and it goes in periods, and it has this little moment. So this could be Arsenal's moment. This could be our moment. And we really and truly, we should really be going into that final mad confident, because there's no reason why I'm looking at it in a one-off game that Man City should be beating Arsenal. No way on earth should Man City be beating Arsenal. Now, of course, it can happen. So I feel like we've got to remember that, Man City can beat Arsenal, and you still got to make sure that you go on to win the other trophies, innit? But for me, I'm seeing it as like, this is an opportunity for Arsenal to kind of exert their dominance, exert like how we've been all season. It's the first trophy that you can win this season. And I feel like it's been a long time since we've had silverware, even that we've been in a final. So everyone should have a feel-good factor and it should be a feel-good feeling. But I feel like the win is really what we need. If we win, I feel like it's almost guaranteed that we're going to win the Premier League with that whole feeling of winning and stuff like that. But I honestly believe that if we do win, this next few years could be a period of dominance in the Premier League and the domestic cups for this team, man. This team's got everything it needs to go on to succeed. The only thing we haven't got is that experience of winning and knowing what it feels like to win. So that's the next step, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we've got to go there, Wembley. We've got to be beating Man City, man. Big man thing.
It's about to go down. Arsenal versus Man City. It's going to be a tasty one. A statement game. But look, I've got PTSD against Man City, I'm not going to lie. The amount of grief they've given us over the years is about time we repay the favour. And you know what? I've got full confidence in the boys. But I just hope that we don't take our eye off the ball. We stay fully focused, because we're coming up against a wounded animal in Man City. Out of the Champions League, slim chance in the Premier League. FA Cup and Carabao Cup is what they've got to go for. And we've got to take that right away from them. We've got a fantastic record at Wembley. And may it stay that way. Like I said, if we win this, the quad could be on. And why not? This crop of players that we've got are unbelievable. We might not be playing the best football, but we're getting results, grinding results out, and we're looking solid. As an Arsenal fan right now, I ain't scared to play anyone. And that's facts. Now, all we got to do is go out there, make sure we keep our heads, don't make any silly decisions early, concede any goals early, keep an eye on Haaland. We know he likes to score against us. Just control the game and stick it on Man City. That's all we need to do. Let's just add to the misery. They've had enough fun for too many years. It's about time we step in now and step up. Eras do come to an end, and this is it for Man City. Let's put the nail in the coffin. Come on, you Gunners, let's have it.
You see me, I'm a shameless guy, but I'm an honest guy. So I'm going to give you guys the truth. The entire season, any other season beforehand, I don't care about the Carabao Cup. However, if I'm involved in the final, now I care. That's the kind of trophy is where most teams don't really care about it, but once you get there, you want to win it, especially given the permutations for the league and any other potential trophies that we may be lifting in May, June and July. So, here are my thoughts on the game. Initially, I'll be real again, I was very concerned when obviously 3 weeks ago, we're grinding out wins but playing pretty terribly in the process. Now, we're playing a lot better and we're getting the goals, lovely goals as well. Obviously, Champions League, we saw Eze, we saw Rice. Man City on the other hand, they've gone from, you know, free-flowing, swashbuckling football, Haaland, Shirky, Marmoush, Semenyo, they can't even score to save their lives right now. But obviously, a cup final, form does tend to go out the window. You'd like to think, however, that we do get the job done. So, I'm going to say, you know me, I'm a history merchant. I can see us potentially, don't be angry please, potentially going behind, but they may be coming back to win. Similar to when we got our first ever Calabash title or the League Cup title back in 1987 when we beat Liverpool 2-1. For those of us who remember, that was Charlie Nicholas with the brace there against Kenny Dalglish's super team. And again here, we have a Pep super team that we are looking to finally break down. We don't really win Carabao, so this would be our third ever. I wouldn't mind it. Let me get a 2-1 win and goal scorers. You know what? The way Gyök was playing midweek was kind of moving me, but nah. You know what? Saka, a lot of criticism recently, last few months. This will be his time to end that criticism. We're back in your dog. 2-1 win. Book it.
Yes, people. Let's talk. This Sunday, Arsenal versus Man City in the Carabao Cup Final. It's a huge game. 2 of 3 for me. 2 of 3 this week. Big win against Everton for Arsenal. Max Dowman doing something mad. Victor Gyökeres getting the goal, the winner really. I think that was the first step to a week of glory. Now it feels like most Arsenal fans I speak with, we believe that the Premier League's ours. We went through to the quarterfinals midweek of the Champions League against Bayer Leverkusen. That's another big step. And the final step to complete the ultimate week as an Arsenal fan will be winning that Carabao Cup Final. How am I feeling? I'm a bit nervous, rightly so. It's been a while since it's been in the final. Obviously, the COVID FA Cup win. I wasn't there. Obviously, no one was there. The last one won the Carabao Cup as well was before I was born. So, of course, I have a bit of nerves as a fan. I believe in my side. I saw Declan Rice in the week talk about the players already. They've been speaking about all week. They seem confident. They seem really confident. And I'll take confidence from that as a fan. But it's a huge game. City aren't no mugs. They're obviously our chasers, our sharks that are trying to nibble at us but are nowhere near us at the moment. Little fishies. So yeah, baby sharks. So it makes it a little bit more interesting. It's going to be a tough game. It's Man City. It's a final. It's a cup that Pep takes very seriously. They're out of pretty much everything bar this now as well. I suppose the FA Cup as well. But like, I'm confident. I think, you know, we haven't lost to City in the last 5 games in all competitions. So I have a right to be confident. There's no Mark Gay who seems to be, you know, that January transfer that kind of tried to steady the ship. Semenyo's come in, he'll be a bit of a threat. But like, I'm confident. I back these boys. People know me. I've gone all in. I made a decision quite early in the season that I'm all in with this Arsenal side. Yes, there's been some questions from the media about the way we play and how boring we can be and set piece and all that. But like Thierry said, Arteta's getting the job done. That's all I care about. Get the job done. And Sunday, it doesn't matter how you do it, by hook, by crook. You might have to do dark arts. You might have to stink out the game. Just win. Just win. First step to the most glorious week possible as an Arsenal fan ends on Sunday. Ends on Sunday and begins on Sunday. Love.
People, Art de Rocher here from The Athletic in France. I'm on holiday at the minute, but obviously big cup final on the weekend, so I had to get this video over to Deluded before I'm back on the Saturday for the game on the Sunday. And to be fair, it's one that I'm going into with, I guess, a fair amount of confidence, which I think would be ridiculous to say, I guess, at a lot of points in recent seasons. Obviously, Arsenal's last League Cup final was against Man City. That Mustafi mistake back in 2018. But going into this one, I feel mentally this Arsenal team have really stepped it up in the past few weeks in particular. You can see from their performances that even if they're not blowing teams away, they're just so rock solid. And I feel like going into, it doesn't even have to be a cup final, even when we're talking about the league game against Manchester City next month, I feel like there shouldn't be a fear factor there for any of these players. They're all good enough. They've all proven that. And I think as a unit, they're all much more solid than City have been throughout this whole season, not just in these few weeks where they've obviously dropped points to West Ham, been knocked out of the Champions League by Real Madrid. I think Arsenal have been consistently better than City for all of this season. And when you look at how Arsenal performed, I guess, against Manchester City last season too, and season before, because when you remember the, I guess, Community Shield as well, that was a game that really stuck out to me as a kind of a benchmark, because even though it was won on penalties, you saw Declan Rice, Kai Havertz and Julian Timber start for the first time for Arsenal and really give them, I guess, a belief in those games that they just didn't have the season before. So yeah, going into this one, I'm feeling fairly confident. Hope you guys are too. And yeah, hopefully it's a good day, a good afternoon for everyone associated with Arsenal.
Man City this Sunday in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. Shouts out the DG Nation. Big up Deluded, Gooner, Romario Webster here. And I'm confident, very confident. It's not always a confident feeling going into games against Man City, but this season's different, man. I don't think this is the same Man City. This definitely isn't the same Arsenal. I think we're much more formidable, a much more confident team. I think the team's finally starting to realise how good they are, how good they are as a team. Big opportunity. Haven't won this trophy in the best part of 30 years. Even Arsene Wenger couldn't get this trophy over the line. So it's big. It's a big deal. And I think it's important that we do it, especially with the other competitions we're in. I think a victory here can give us motivation and a boost to go and attack those other competitions rather than tiring us out. I think it will give us new life, new energy, international break off the back of it. And then you come back and you're feeling confident knowing you've already got one trophy in the bag and you can secure a couple more. So yeah, big opportunity. Whatever the lineup as well, actually. I'm not sure what Mikel Arteta is going to do with the lineup. I think Kepa will play. Be interesting to see if Mascara gets a game. Lewis Skelly, Calafiori. There's so many things that I think the gaffer could and might try. Will Saka play? I would play him. Gyökeres, Havertz. And this is the sort of the gift and the curse position that the club finds itself in, where we have so many good options that picking a team in and of itself is a task. So I'm confident. If I had to give you a prediction, which I know, DG, I know you want a prediction, I'm leaning towards an Arsenal 1-0 win. Big Gabby header, Declan Rice corner. I don't want to win it in any other way, in fact. If we could win it with a set piece, that would just be poetic justice. So Arsenal City, Carabao Cup final, I'm confident. And yeah, let's get our hands on that trophy, people. Peace!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sunday is the big one. Carabao Cup final. Is it going to be repeat or revenge for 2018? Arsenal have played Man City 5 times at Wembley. Community Shield 2014, Arsenal won 3-0. The 2017 FA Cup semi-final. Arsenal won 2-1 in extra time. The Carabao Cup Final in 2018. Man City thrashed Arsenal. And then, the lockdown semi-final of the FA Cup 2020, Arsenal won. And the Community Shields 3 years ago, Arsenal won. So it's 4-1 in terms of Wembley appearances by both our teams. But in the context of the match, it's Arsenal's biggest game. It's where it will hurt Arsenal if we lose, but it'll be catastrophic for Man City. My team for the game is as such. In goal, I'm going for Kepa. Right back, Timber. Left back, Hincapié. Gabriel and Saliba are going to be my centre halves. My midfield is Eze, Zubimendi and Rice. Up top, it's got to be Guedes. Even sort of goal careers, I'm going to go with Trossard. And of course, the main man, Bukayo Saka. But Saka, you need a big game, mate. You need a big game. You know, you haven't been your best. This is your stage, mate. Grab the horns, mate. Grab the horns. Goes for you as well. Like, by this time last year, you're banging them for 30 yards. And you've already scored a winner against this team. I can't wait. I'll be in the stadium. Can't wait. It's going to be emotional. I'm going to make sure that I enjoy the day. And all Arsenal fans, get there early. Sample the atmosphere. Come on!
Wembley, Wembley, we're the famous Arsenal and we're going right there. Yes, we are going to Wembley this Sunday. Arsenal versus Manchester City in the Carabao Cup Final. It's been a long time since we've been to Wembley. Our second home, some would say. Got a great record there. Won multiple FA Cups. But this is a different competition. This is a competition that we haven't been so glorious in. But this Sunday, we shall beat Manchester City. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to Mikel Arteta and his army, his squad, his boys. The boys that are so close to doing something great this season. But first of all, they need to get over the first trophy. They need to get to it. The Carabao Cup. And Manchester City, we're going to beat you on Sunday. I'm very confident. We're the best team in Europe. The team's strong. The boys are confident. Means a lot to me. Means a lot to the fans. So boys, let's do this, man. Bring home the first trophy. And after that, we're going for the other three. Yeah, I said it. We're going for it. We're involved in all competitions. So let's do this, man. Wembley, our second home. Sunday, Man City, we're in big trouble.
City Arsenal for the Carabao Cup Final. Gonna be a big game. But I am very confident for some reason. Well, yeah, I'll tell you why I'm confident. I mean, we've been playing very well, I think. Our team looks very good. Our defense is strong. I liked how we look, the chance we created over the Bayern game. Eze is moving crazy. So it brings a little confidence in me. But, you know, just to look at it from a grand scheme of things, it's the first opportunity for us to get our hands on silverware during a season where Arsenal, as a club, we are pregnant, very pregnant, with 4 trophies in that belly right now. It's just time for us to deliver. How many of those are we going to deliver? This is the first opportunity. I am hoping that we get our hands on some silverware, and that will probably build some feel-good factor within the club, amongst the fan base and all that, to then really kick on this back end of the season. We're still in the mix for the Champions League. We're still in the mix for the FA Cup. The league, we are getting closer and closer game by game, but we still have to take care of business, win games and all that. And the Carabao Cup, Sunday is the finish line. Is who will finish first? Is it going to be us or is it going to be City? Score prediction. I spoke to Deluded a little earlier. I told him my heart says 4-0 because I'm feeling very confident, but I need to tone it down a little bit. With my head, City is still a good team, though they're going through some trouble. They just got, they got beat by Madrid and they got kicked out of the Champions League and all that. But I still think Arsenal will prevail 2-0, hopefully. Come on, you Gunners. Bring home that Carabao Cup, hopefully the first of... Screw it. The first of 4! Come on, Arsenal!
For me, it's a cup final. I want us to relish it. I want us to enjoy it. This is why these lot wanted to become professional footballers, bar the obvious, to be in those moments. As a collective unit at Arsenal, we haven't been here for 6 years. Arteta's got a great record at Wembley. We've got a great record generally at Wembley. And it's a full circle moment. Again, when you look at it like that, who better to play than Manchester City? Last time we was at Wembley in this very cup competition, which we've not won too many times, people, in our history, and I ain't seen us win it in our lifetime, it was Manchester City where they battered us. Now we're a dramatically transformed football club. It's a full circle moment owing to what we know with Nicholas Hover and obviously Mikel Arteta's time at Manchester City and Arsenal. There was a time City used to just bully us and beat us up on a football pitch, tap us on our heads, you're a good boy. Then it moved into we'd compete, and if you was watching the game, it was a close fought contest, but their individual quality would have made the difference. Now we've actually thumped them up 5-1. Now we've had them camped in their own half, like at the Emirates where they've taken off Haaland. Now we've had them celebrating draws against us in at least 2 of the last 4 years. So it's a full circle moment. You know, owing to the game, we know there's going to be psychological stuff going into it. But before I say that, I want to say this. It's just about desire and all those cliches. Of course, tactics will make a play. And when we watch the game again, God forbid if we lose, we'll see tactically where it went wrong. But they bleed just like us. Their season from a Manchester City perspective is terrible. Us, there's been little things we can criticize, but we've been ticking over. So we need to go out there and do the job. Climb those steps at Wembley, because it's going to feel, you know, these players are probably tired. You're not going to be tired walking up all them 100 steps if you win. If you lose, it's long. And again, people call us bottlers. We've not got to finals. So now we've got to a final. If we lose, we're going to learn a lot. If we win, obviously, we've won and we enjoy tonight, and then we focus. Of course, I actually think we've got a good job of winning all the domestic trophies, or at least 2 of the 3. But some believe we can compete in 4 fronts. So let's go out and get this done. It's about passion. It's about desire. Go and enjoy it. This is what you lot have been building on. Psychological factors. Of course, there's going to be that conversation. If City beat us, is that a blow? And that's going to kickstart their season, especially as they've gone out of the champs. For us, if we win or lose, the psychological factors. Now, I do believe an element of that, people. But I do believe, there's psychological factors for both teams, but they don't really interlink. Like City, their season's been a mess. There's questions over Pep Guardiola and certain players and all of those kind of things. With Manchester City, I always equate it to like this. Like if we look at a real life working environment, it's like finding out you've lost your job, your missus has cheated on you, you know, your bills have gone up, someone's broken into your house, someone's nicked your car, you know, HMRC, you owe some tax, just everything's gone wrong in it and everything's going wrong. For us, we're in a different headspace. We're in a different sentiment. There's a lot more togetherness, people. So, and for us, we want to be in these competitions. We want to be in these moments. That is what we've been building to with high stake games and things like that. So for me, simply put, just go out there and enjoy it. Everyone stand up to be counted individually. The collective takes care of itself. And simply put, have no regrets. Whether we win, lose, or whatever happens, have no regrets. Leave that Wembley pitch knowing there was nothing more you could give. You lost to the better men on the day, and let's just keep it moving. But, you know, I personally think we're going to win. I think it's going to go down to penalties, which I hope I'm wrong. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.